SpongeBob?
Yes!
I forgot to tell you there's a part 2 to your gift.
Part 2? Part 2, part 2, part 2, part...
Please don't do that.
What's for part 2?
So now let's shift gears from DC villain to Marvel hero. And who better to start with than the guy who actually, first got me subscribers on this channel in the first place, Mark Spector, or Stephen Grant, or Jake Lockley, whatever you want to call him. It's Moon Knight. And yes, he's a fucking menace. This man is Black Air Force energy in an all-white suit. A suit he wears because unlike some people who thrive on not being seen, on trying to be a mystery, Mark wants his enemies to see him. He wants them to know what's coming, and he wants them to know precisely who he is when he's beating their face in harder than I beat my meat after a failed Bumble date. And he wasn't never nobody's bitch. Like, when he was a kid, he was constantly playing war games with his little brother. Like, he was weird. He was a weird fucking kid. He was beating up bullies in high school. When he left, he became a Marine. He had multiple tours. Then he gets discharged, becomes a mercenary, and after one day, when things go sideways on a mission in Egypt, he stumbled into a temple and found the god Khonshu himself. And this meeting creates Moon Knight. So in short, hands, he's got him. He already had him. Like, Khonshu, he ain't need to help Mark with that one. Mark was already putting ops on t-shirts. He just got a cool suit for the trouble. Now, there's some dispute among other Avengers as to whether or not Mark is acting out of insanity or if he really does have a genuine connection to Khonshu. But you know what wasn't in doubt? The time that he beat the shit out of a bunch of Avengers in order to take their powers so that he could kill Mephisto. He then offers up that power to Khonshu, which turns out kind of a bad move. Khonshu just takes over New York like right after that. It's like, oh shit, my bad, guys. So Mark, he sees the error of his ways and he's like, damn, that was my B. With some help from Black Panther, while Black Panther is beating his ass, he takes that beating and uses that as an offering to pray and receive the power of the fucking Phoenix Force. He uses that to stop Khonshu. Then he resists the Phoenix Force telling him to just straight up blow up Earth and shit. And then he lets Thor knock the power back out of him, refuses to elaborate or apologize for the shit that he did, and fucks right back off to beating up dudes in trap houses or whatever he did. Moon Knight is a solid character, and he's a lot more depth than all the memes give him, and I know I've certainly been no help in that regard, but he's really cool, and I urge you to check out his comic runs sometime. Also, he gets a Hanukkah card from The Thing every year, and that's cute. I think that's just lovely.